Hi, I'm Madeline. Welcome to Contemporary Tarot. In this session, we're going to talk a little bit about gender in the deck. You'll see lots of cards have either a male or a female representing the image on the card. For example, the magician is a man, strength is a woman, and throughout the minor arcana, there are men and women doing various different activities. And I've actually gotten questions on, does this represent, does this have to be a man? Does this have to be a woman? What I believe is first, no. The cards represent qualities and are illuminating aspects of the self or the other. And so a page, well, all the pages are represented as young men. A page just represents a student, a beginner, can represent a young person, but it's very youthful energy, starting on something, struggling with something new. Same with the knights, who are portrayed as men. They tend to represent someone who's, getting into it, a warrior, a fighter, fighting for what you believe, taking action. Queens and kings, and I think I've discussed this in other videos, but I view them as having equal power. Queens represent power, though, that is more connected to the community, and I view kings as just a little bit more isolated. It's more hierarchical. And then in the major arcana, I have some examples I thought up. I'm the magician. Okay, the magician is a male, is a man on the card. But there are many people in the world that you might feel that you have the magician energy as you're creating something, as you're manifesting something. Some examples I thought of were like Mae Jemison or Sally Ride, both astronauts, Rosalind Franklin, Mimi Leder, a wonderful director. All people that create, are explorers, use all the tools at their disposal, and but obviously aren't men. Then we have the emperor, clearly a man on the card, but there are many examples of women emperors. I'm thinking of like Angela Merkel, Margaret Thatcher, Hillary Rodham Clinton. They're just oodles of examples. Now, on the other hand, the empress is portrayed as a woman. Certain empresses, and these are all just, I'm just riffing. I'm not sharing any, I don't have any political opinion here. Just want to get you thinking. But empresses that are male, I think, like in America, Mr. Rogers. Also, former President Jimmy Carter, who does a lot with Habitat for Humanity. And then another one I thought was strength. And someone using their personal power to master something quite powerful. And so I thought of like Nelson Mandela. So when you look at these cards and get these cards, they don't mean a man or a woman, but more just the qualities. I do remember I was at an event, and there was another tarot reader, and there's a friend of mine got a reading, and she got I think it was a page. I think it was the Page of Cups. And her friends were like, "Oh, you're going to meet a young man. Oh," and this friend had recently gotten divorced. I didn't say anything, but I thought more that she was the Page of Cups. She was starting on this new emotional journey, and just kind of getting back out into the world after an emotionally difficult time. And always when you do a reading, when these cards come up, the specificity of the position is very important. So if you get an emperor in the position for you, you're the emperor, and you can be a gal. And if you get strength in the position for you and you're a guy, or identify as a guy, that's you, And so just keep that in mind, and don't get too married to the concept of gender. in the cards. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks so much for visiting, and I will see you soon.